Let's make roasted potatoes and broccoli. This is such a hearty side dish, especially drizzled with plenty of tahini miso dressing. I love this dish because it's got your veggie and your starchy side taken care of, so then all you need to do is add a protein and you've got a whole meal. Let's do it! We'll start by prepping the potatoes, and you want to dice them into 1-inch pieces. That's kind of a general rule for any time you're roasting veggies. You want the pieces to be pretty uniform in size. If they're very far apart in size, you'll end up with some that are overdone and some that are underdone, and that's not what you want. You want those tender centers and golden edges on all of the veggies. Transfer the diced potatoes to a bowl and drizzle on some olive oil, a little bit of soy sauce, and herb de Provence. Herb de Provence is just an herb blend. You can use Italian seasoning instead if you prefer. Toss the potatoes in all of the seasonings and then transfer them to half of a lined baking sheet. Make sure your potatoes are pretty much just on one half because you'll need the other half later for the broccoli. While the potatoes bake, let's prep our broccoli and leeks for the oven. You don't need the dark green parts of the leeks for this recipe, so set those aside for stock. Then slice the light green and white parts of the leeks into 1/2-inch rounds. Leeks grow close to the ground, so they tend to get pretty sandy and you need to wash them well. See how dirty that leek is? To wash them, we're going to transfer our pieces to a bowl of water and then just kind of use your hands to agitate the pieces, and that'll get all that sand out. It'll sink to the bottom of the bowl. Transfer those leek pieces to a colander and rinse them and then leave them to drain while you prep the broccoli. Just like the potatoes, you want to cut the broccoli florets into pretty even-sized pieces so that they'll roast evenly. Add the broccoli to the same bowl that you used to season the potatoes, along with the leeks. That way it'll still have some of the seasoning and oil and soy sauce left. Then drizzle on the remaining oil and soy sauce and toss that together really well to coat the broccoli and all of the seasonings. When the potatoes have finished their first round of roasting, add the broccoli and leeks to the other half of the baking sheet and make sure you spread that broccoli out into a single layer as best you can. That'll get you the brownest tops. Now bake again while you make the tahini miso dressing. Before you make the dressing, be sure that you stir your tahini really well. Just like natural peanut butter, tahini separates as it sits in the jar, and the stuff on top is very thin. If you don't stir, you'll end up with really thin tahini miso dressing. Add the tahini to your blender, along with some miso. I'm using red miso, but you can use any color you like. Also add seasoned rice vinegar, a little bit of fresh ginger, and fresh garlic. Now we're going to add just a 1/4 cup of water, but we'll probably need a little more later. Tahini can vary in thickness quite a bit, so the amount of water you need is going to depend on that. See, that's a little bit too thick, so we're going to add another splash of water and blend again. Now that is the nice pourable texture we're going for. By now your veggies should be just about done roasting, so transfer them to your serving bowl and then toss the broccoli and potatoes together so everything's mixed pretty evenly. Now it's time to drizzle on plenty of that tahini miso dressing. You can also put the dressing on the side so everyone can dress their veggies to their liking. I love to dish this up with roasted or air fryer tofu for a quick, easy weeknight meal. How will you serve these roasted potatoes and broccoli? I hope that this video answered all of your questions about how to make roasted potatoes and broccoli. If you have any questions I didn't address, feel free to drop a comment. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Happy cooking!